Hi, I'm Selena.
I'm Kayla.
And I'm Sade, and we are
Fave 3.
And thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Raw. We'll be filling you guys in on some raw, uncut shit.
Hello.
You know what? We're doing these little podcasts now for a little minute now. And it's just so funny because each week that goes by, we literally just be chilling. But it's like, you know, like we're vibing on the beat. But yeah, you know. So I just wanted to say that I'm happy that I still have a podcast.
Thankful to be here.
Thankful to be here. Thankful to be doing a podcast,
With
talking
my favorite
shit with
people.
my favorite
Right?
people. My
How
best
often
friends.
do you get the opportunity?
I couldn't do this without anybody else.
So, anyways, yeah, so quick recap of our weekend. Woo woo! Me and Lily was lit. What happened?
She hit her arm.
I held my elbow.
It's just funny.
It was just really funny. But yes, we sure did.
It was
have
lit.
a lit
That
ass
mean,
weekend.
Real lit. We left Kayla, y'all.
So
I said, no, I wanted to be
Yeah.
left. I stayed home.
That was so sad. We spent the weekend without Kaylee, but we had a great time.
You'll be with us the next time, of course.
Yeah.
We had a wonderful time. Me and Sade, we got to go to 2 football games.
Woo!
One featuring her boyfriend, Mr. Anderson. And the Giants versus the Dolphins game, which was kind of exciting and a little bittersweet because the Dolphins actually won.
Right.
Which
yeah.
was something that
They
we
don't ever
weren't
win.
expecting.
The Dolphins suck. Shout out to Miami for sucking.
Yeah, facts.
Everybody always says, "Oh, you're from Miami." Well, not Miami, but you're from Florida, and you don't like the Dolphins. No, I never liked the Dolphins. I never will like the Dolphins. I was rooting for them a little bit just because they were the underdog, and I'm not gonna root for the Giants because Bay plays for the Jets. So I was just like whatever. But it was cool. Like I was shocked that they won. But yeah, we were in Jersey and just like a quick little trip, and we had a really good time. And then on Saturday, I actually remember we actually went to the facility and we had so much fun.
Yeah, the
playing
Jets
games.
facility. We got to see the training center and how they train. It was really dope.
Yeah, it's intense sport, man.
Lit.
Yeah.
Did you have a great weekend, Kaylee?
I had a great weekend.
What'd you do when we were gone?
I went to work. I did my responsibilities. And I just did work and I just chilled out. I was actually sick this weekend, but I got over it so quickly. Thank God.
Facts.
Went. But besides that, I was
Hate
great.
being
Muffin
sick.
had the sniffles.
You guys can still hear it in my voice just a little bit. Like, I'm Kevin right now because my voice
Kevin
is
as fuck.
deep. But now it just sounds even worse 'cause I'm a little bit congested. But I'm thankful that I'm not how I was earlier in the week because I was literally trash. So
And
sick.
speaking of earlier the week, my last little input is I started my new job this week.
Lady.
And it's super cool. My palms are itching as we speak. Tomorrow Friday, so set it up. But I know, right? But it's just while I was starting, I was just thinking about so many things because like the weekend went by and we were doing something lit. And then I know that I was thinking the whole time, like, damn, when I get back home, I have to start work. And this job is full time, so my social life is about to go down the fucking drain. I'm literally gonna
Story
be
of our life.
every single day, and I'm so sad about that. But gotta make money. I'm about to be dumb busy, and it just literally is a wake up call that like the summer is dead ass over. Like I feel like the summer literally
It
just
went by
started.
so quickly.
Right.
There's so many things that we've done this past summer that took up so much time.
And not even. It's just
I
like
liked last summer so much better.
I like
Yeah.
last year
I had
so much
such
better.
a good
Last year was
time
so much
last
better.
summer. Ugh.
Right?
But I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean I didn't have a good time this summer. I had a good time this summer.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's flying. Like summer's over. People are getting back into work. I just got a new job. You're finished with summer classes, but your face got low. But your ass got to start.
That's what you get for trying to talk shit.
Your ass about to start school.
Yes, I am.
Among
School is so getting back into session.
Yeah, among with like a whole bunch of other people who are literally about to start
It's
school.
so
next week.
funny. I was telling Snapchat that my summer was just like right before my eyes because I took summer classes, and for all of you guys that did take summer classes, you guys know my struggle. So how
Shout
it
out
works
to y'all,
is,
scholars.
right? You start summer classes in May, so before the summer even like jumps off, and then they end in August. So my summer classes just ended like 2 weeks ago, and then I start school again next week. So it's like I had a
Trash.
2-week summer, and it's lit. It was so lit.
Like, womp, womp, womp. And you was sick one week.
And then the thing is about it, though, like, when I come home from work, though, and I don't have to, like, get online and do a homework assignment before 11 o'clock and submit it, it feels so good, bro. I don't care if it's for a week. I don't care if it's for a day.
Be like, wait, I got homework before 11:59.
I don't have homework. That's all I care about. Like, I can relax. Like,
for
I come
2
home
weeks, man.
For 2 weeks. I'm thankful, though. I come home from school and I take off my scrubs and I lay out. I don't got homework. I don't got shit to submit. Do my thing.
But
for 2 weeks.
Your responsibilities.
For 2 weeks.
But it's just like, when I think about stuff like that, it kind of like puts me in like a bittersweet spot. I'll get into this a little bit more later, but it's just like we're literally like low key just slipping into like, now I get it. It's like you go to school, you're tired. You go to work, you're tired. All you want to do is go to sleep. Like, where do you have time to like do the shit that you want to do, you know? Mm-hmm. But what I was going to say is that it's just crazy because we're getting so much older. And it's like now, like when patients come into our job, well, my old job and Kayla's job, and like you see kids on the street and you're watching TV and it's all back to school, back to school. It's like, holy shit, bro. Like that was literally just us. And I feel like we're getting so much older and it's just crazy because we were literally just in high school.
Just in high school.
Like just to bring it back to high school. Oh my gosh.
The phrase back to school, I feel is really different from high school to college. And I didn't even realize until you pointed this out, Sade. Mm-hmm. But when you're in high school and you say back to school, it's such a big deal because you're in school Monday through Friday from 7 to like 3. Like you got a full-time job right there. You in school all the fucking time. So so if this was me a few years back when I was in high school and I had to go back to school right now, I'd be really devastated. Like I just would be so sad
because you'll just be like, where did all my time go? Like you're dedicating it to school,
everything. And then even though you don't do anything over the summer, because a lot of kids during high school, that's where your family does the trips. You go to Disney,
you live your life,
you do, right? You go see your family in other states. Sheesh. You go back to your homeland, wherever you're from another country, whatever it is, and you lit. And then especially when you're in high school, that's when most kids start smoking and drinking.
What? Your party stage.
You don't have no curfew, so you out at the
or
all
you just
age
get
parties,
in your curfew and it's
sneaking out the house.
Your old curfew. Mm-hmm.
You at the beach late at night. You at Euro, like
Euro.
Like we was lit in Euro back in the day. 15, 16.
Yes. And for those of you guys who don't live in Florida, just don't know what Euro is. Euro is this club downtown Fort Lauderdale.
About to get them fucking
right
down.
and they just.
But this was in the past.
Yeah, it just was. It was just a spot. It was just that. It was just that like transition from going
every Sunday,
right? So that transition from going to young parties, like an actual club. Like it was that club
instead
for us
of like
in
a little clubhouse. You go to the club.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was at first. I mean, it's still it's 21 and up club now.
Yeah. But now it's not even fun because we went to it so much when we were younger. It's like you knew you was going to Euro when you got dressed up. Mm-hmm. You picked up your dogs. There was like 4 locos in the car. Mm-hmm. You got your weed, got your Black and Milds. Everything. I used to tote Black. So
I don't know how. Facts.
Yeah, I used to like Black and Milds too. I was all up in Cafe Iguana smoking.
I never smoked a Black and Mild a day in my life, and I don't plan on it.
I don't know why I'm not I used to like them too.
It's not cool. All that. But all of that shit just makes me scared. Because my little cousin's about to start high school.
That's all that
I think about. It's like, because it's like now I think about when we were in high school and I think about back to school and I think about all this shit and it's just like, bruh, my little cousin, I love him to death. Like I call him my pooter. Like I literally changed this boy's diapers. Like he just turned 14. He's always on fucking Kick. He's always uvuing different girls, putting their freaking names as like China is my girl, China is the love of my life.
Changing the uvu,
like changing the
you
uvu.
know you're in high school.
That's not even the half of it, bro. Listen to this shit, bro.
That's crazy.
He's light skinned as fuck. He's so cute. Like he's about to go to high school, and guess what? Fucking high. No, I'm not even gonna get to that. He's always like, Sade, can you give me Jordans? Can you give me Jordans? Asking for Jordan. The man has swag as fuck, and he hasn't even like. I'm just like, where the fuck is this coming from? And guess what high school he's about to go to?
Piper
Plantation.
Ooh, he about to get them babies.
He's about to get turned out, and I'm so scared because he got the swag. He's cute as fuck. He got the girls. I come to my grandma's house, and this nigga's listening to Kodak. Like he's listening to Kodak. He's listening to fucking Everything that we listen to. He listened to Coley P, bitch.
And you know what?
Yeah.
That is our generation
now.
Exactly.
That's our generation
and it's just
right
so
there.
scary, and it freaks me the fuck out.
And she's not
And
joking,
you know what's
guys.
crazy though? They're about to experience everything that we've experienced when we were like 14, 15 years old. And now that we're like think about it. Andres, your little brother, cousin, he's going to be smoking Black and Miles. Going
He's
to these little
asking to smoke weed with me and my brother.
See, that's where you're gonna have to quit because my sister
And
be
you can't blame him.
Because I was toting blacks at 15.
And that's the funniest
it's
thing
just
about
a transition, like our generation.
That's the funniest thing about it. That's how I work with parents, because if you bring our parents back to when they were our age, they were doing the things that, of course, they don't want us to do. But it's like you're a parent. That's your position, is to not enforce it, to be like, no, don't do that.
Provide
even though
them with, like, the proper
damn well, if
guidance.
we was to take a time change a few years back, your ass would have been doing the same thing.
Absolutely.
Because our parents know exactly what's going on back in the day because they tell us now, like, I know what you're doing. So it's like we're telling our cousins and our the new generation how it's going to be.
Exactly. But although back to school for high school and back to school for college are two different back to schools, they're still based on the same foundation. You still have to, it's time to buckle down, get your priorities together, and pretty much have your life revolve around school.
And what you want to do in school.
Or work, if that's it. Because like, as I was mentioning at the beginning, like when you hear back to school for high school, it's just like, fuck, waking up early.
Fuck.
All this shit.
It's
It's
literally
literally
rude as
fuck.
fuck.
Like,
Because as
trust
soon as
me.
that alarm go off, you screaming like, what the fuck I gotta wake up
Exactly.
for?
And I use that expression because that's how I feel. And then when you hear it for high school, it's the same thing. Except, well, for me personally, my classes are set up. I only have to go to school 2 days out of the week. So it's like, it's still fuck as fuck. And I'm still just like, ugh. But I would so much prefer 2 days opposed to fucking
Every day of
5 days out of the week. Like, it really makes a difference, especially if you wake up early, whatever it is.
Facts.
But you have to just buckle down regardless and put your priorities together. If you are in high school and you're going back to school, it just means first day a school fit. Gotta have that at high school, regardless of where you're a senior or you're a freshman. I feel like everybody always still does that first day fit. And I seen this meme like a few
Even
weeks
in
ago.
college too. I see y'all.
Oh, hell
showing
no.
out. Some people be
Boy.
out there ready, getting their fits ready
College,
for the
next
first
week,
day.
Monday, on my first day of school, I'm gonna probably have on joggers, some Harachis, and a hat and a tank top. Like, don't talk to me. I'm here to learn. Bye. I don't talk
Clear
to nobody
for
at
these
school.
2 hours.
Facts.
Yeah.
And but anyways, back to the meme I seen this meme, and it was like, you weren't lit if this wasn't you on the first day of school or the day before. And it's just like a fresh pair of ironed pants, a shirt, and the shoes on the bed, just laid out already because you're about to go to school for your first
That's
day.
how my brother and sister are now getting ready for school. And I'm just like, relax. Y'all not going to want to go to school later on. But
And then it's just like,
still a good thing.
For some people, like, you know, like that still do that, especially for college, it's probably because like they're going into it with a different mindset. So, like, if you're about to start college, like, let's just say you're done with the high school phase, you're done with the litness, and you're like on your real shit. It's just like, to those of you guys starting it, like, kudos to you, because this shit is like, I know it's like a bunch of mixed emotions. Like, of course it's scary, like you're about to be in a new environment, you're about to be in a new setting. It's just like you have to adjust to like a lot of different changes, and then that's where like you have to literally put on like your big boy pants, your big girl pants, and your priorities kick in, because it's just like you're so funny. You literally have to make everything happen on your own, bro. Like, you gotta wake up for class. You gotta wake up. You gotta pick your classes. Like, hey, let's say if you late 3 times, you kicked out the class. Like, it's not a joke. Don't get me started with that fucking part.
Wait, hold on. Pause. I have to do a quick anecdote. So,
we learned that in one of our classes.
Anecdote. And I learned. Well, not learned. I thought of this because of what Sade just said. But one semester of me and Sade's college life, probably like a year or 2 ago.
Oh, God.
Me and Sade had the same classes.
We had all the same classes.
We worked at the same job, and then we had 2 days off of that job. And in those 2 days, we went to school and had the same exact fucking
and then
classes.
we would leave school and then go to work.
Or just chill.
Exactly.
Like, I was Sade's life and Sade was mine, like, all fucking day. That's why I hate her so much. But, anyways, just kidding. But, we had this teacher, and she to this day, she's my favorite teacher that I've ever had of my whole school experience. But we had this teacher, and if you were late to her class 3 times, you were kicked out. Now, if you know Selena and Sade and I, we are late
fuck
everywhere we go.
Everywhere
We go. Me and Sade passed that class by the skin of our teeth. Like, we were on our third tardies.
I passed the second time. I took her for 11:02 and I failed. I was like, I'm out. Get me out of here.
They so annoying with that late shit.
When it comes to college, like, you can't be late for shit. If you're late, you could fail the
class. And I hate when they do that.
Then you fail the class.
If you're not in your seat by the time I call your name.
I pay for this class. What you mean? I'm gonna come whatever time I feel like coming.
I pay for this class. You're not gonna sit here and parent me and try to teach me at the same time and reprimand me if I'm late. If I'm late, I miss what I miss. Let me do my thing. That's what college is for, right? And then you want to tell me
it's all my responsibility. It's
right.
Okay, so
it is my responsibility. So if I'm late, I'm late. Don't write me down for nothing.
Exactly. You're not gonna go over the material again. It's not hurting you if I walk in.
Because you're gonna make me pay for a $400, $500 book to read over again.
Oh, but I never bought the book.
Oh,
never. Buy Shag.com.
Let me tell some of you guys. I love Shag.
I hated
Shag. They
Shag.
did the books for you though. Yeah. But anyway, some of you guys that are in high school and this is your it was your last year and you graduated 2016 and you're just now going into college for your first semester and you may be a little bit confused as to what we're talking about. And it's just because, when you're in high school and they say, oh, when you get to college, it's going to be completely different. They're not going to tell you to do your homework. They're not going to do that. All that is facts. You're still going to get some professors that are going to be on your dick, and you're still going to get some that push you to try to do good and everything like that. But you just definitely go and rate my professor number one and figure out
that's like your go-to.
You're getting.
So that way you're comfortable with who your teacher is.
Exactly.
And you already know what you're getting yourself
they tell
into.
You everything, y'all. They wish they had that in high school. They be telling you who's a pushover, who's not, who's an easy class, who's not, who's
how often you get homework.
Everything. How
much quizzes throughout the term, like it's great.
Not my 1102, my psychology teacher, she was so lenient with homework.
Don't even start about psychology teachers.
I failed psychology. I had to retake it again.
Me and Kayla had this stupid ass. I don't know how she got her PhD.
She was brand new.
We was her trial and error, and bitch, it was an error. You hear me?
But we passed with a B.
We passed with a B, and we had the rawest presentation.
We're not even gonna get started. I wish we would have had Dubins there to record back then, and put this in our blog, but it would just been
ridiculous.
So funny.
Like Alexis Resnick at Broward College. Don't nobody take her class.
Her name.
Don't nobody take her class.
That is so her name.
Alexis Resnick, and she looked like Chicken Little with her big ass teeth.
Don't get us wrong. The lady was a sweetheart, but some people are just not built for teaching.
Not her.
She just was. You could have told that lady, "Look, I'm not doing that." She'd be like, "It's cool."
She would have looked at you and smiled,
cool, right?
Pushover.
Like
exactly.
A dummy.
But anyways. This time in school is for everybody to get their priorities together. Like when you hear back to school, a bell in your head just needs to ring, or maybe even a switch. And it's just to switch down and to switch off of all your partying, all your going out, all your smoking. You need to have your mind ready. Actually, it's good to smoke if you need to get some ideas when it comes to writing these papers.
Creative thinking.
Yeah, what I think of when I think of back to school, I think of it's time to get my priorities together, and it's time for my mindset to pretty much revolve around school number one and work number two. Mm-hmm. So that may help too if you line up and number your priorities so you knock everything down and do everything. Like Sade said, how her job takes up all of her life. If you work and you go to school, you're pretty much not going to have an outside life or social life 9 times out of 10, but it's all going to pay off in the long run.
It's all about dedication and where you want to be in life. So you're going to work hard for where you want to be.
Exactly. Yeah. And it'll pay off if you're doing it right. Like, all your hard work is going to pay off. And if you're bullshitting, all your bullshitting is going to pay off. And if you're bullshitting and you're waiting last minute to write your papers and I'm saying this because these are things I did in the past, like even getting into college, but now I know better and I don't do it anymore. I took some online classes and they're either due at like 11:59. I'm sitting down at my computer at 10:30. That's wrong. I'm not supposed to do that.
The night before.
No, bitch, the night of.
Facts.
I'm doing it right then and there. But I mean, some people are great bullshitters. I can write a great bullshit essay and get a nice
beat. We used to do
a
lot. You remember that?
We used to do a lot. And we had no computer. Boy, we struggled.
Oh my gosh.
We struggled,
But Kayla would come to my house at like 9 o'clock and the essays were at 11:59 and we both would try to type up our essays on our phones, copy and paste it, send it to my computer, send it to the email because the computer was dead slow. Like the computer was shut off on you.
Don't forget that before we did all that, that we had to copy it into the word count thing to check our word count because we didn't have Word document to do that for us.
Then we have to get to school extra early to go to the fucking library to print it, and then we would forget to staple it. We had to go all the way back because this one same professor was not playing. Walking in class 2 minutes late, but you better bet that fucking essay was on her desk.
I forgot about all of that.
I didn't forget.
You guys, these are actual like things that used to happen to us. If it's not stapled,
you got 10 points off, bruh.
Right? So it's bad that we used to bullshit it, but at the same time, you see our dedication. Yeah, you see that devotion. We put in that devotion to get that paper done. So don't be like us though. Like, and because
we know school isn't for everybody.
Exactly. And because we used to do all that, I actually realized this, because we waited last minute, because we waited to rush to school and all that, it put more pressure and more stress on us. And the days when we did do our assignments on a timely manner, it wasn't that bad. Like, you ever did an assignment and knocked it out and you're like, wow, like, why was I stressing over this? Should have been this. It's all about if you have enough time to do it.
Patience.
Exactly.
Kayla the scholar, ladies and gentlemen.
Y'all know I love to preach.
She's about to graduate, y'all.
But on the other side, if you're like me and you lit and you want to, just do lit shit, also, it's not wrong at all to want to like live out like a full like college experience. Like with me, I've always wanted to have like a full blown college experience. I used to tell myself, like, I'm gonna go to FIU and I'm gonna be a cheerleader and I'm just gonna be lit and I'm gonna do a whole bunch of fun stuff. I'm gonna get a dorm, like you think like that, and then it's just like everybody says, oh, college is the best years of your life. Now this is if you say, okay, you put in work in high school and you like go and you apply to colleges, you get accepted, you go over the states, you go you go to like what do they? Oh gosh, see, this is bad. What do they call them?
Out of state college.
Yeah, but
college,
just in general.
University?
Yeah, university. Thank you. Wow, that's horrible. But if you go to university and you want to like experience, like you do the dorm life, you do the activities. Everybody say that everybody goes through their host stage in college. Just like you want to go through your host stage in college, do your host stage in college. Niggas, girls, it's the same thing. But it's just like I feel like with me, I've always wanted to like have that experience, but I was a slacker, kinda, but then again, like Selena said, school is not for everybody, and it's like
Yeah, I know what you mean, because when you think about it, you're at home with your family and your mom all the time under her roof, going to school Monday through Friday. Mm-hmm. And then, as you said, you move on to university, you go to a dorm. So now you're out of your mom's house. You do what you want when you want. If your dorm has a curfew, then that's you, but most of them don't. Mm-hmm. So now you out when you want. You got a man, you got a girl, and you doing your thing. And at the same time, you're working. So it's like you get a dose of being grown, but also being lit, because you're still 19, 20, 21. So it's like, I love college. Like, that's why people say all this shit, because you really you're living your life. And then it's lit if you have financial aid, you have extra money in your pocket, and then you go out of town, your parents give you money. Well, some people, so they get all that. So that's how you get like the lit college experience. But I also want to say, if you don't have the lit college experience and you go to a community college in your area and stay at home, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, bro. I seen this post on Instagram, and it made me think of this too. But some people, like, they'll be like, oh, I don't want to go to community college. If I don't get into university, I'm just not going to go to school. You sound nuts. You sound stupid. You sound so education. Crazy. Facts. It does not matter where you go to school. You can go anywhere, as long as you get your degree and as long as you finish strong. Like, why would it matter what college you go to?
Like, mood to get up early and go to school, drive all the way down to Central or drive to FIU, wherever there is online classes where you can get into and just still take the same amount of things.
It doesn't matter where you go to college. Like, some people, like, I go to a college in my area, and some people are just like, I don't want to go to that college. I don't like that college. Or I get this all the time. Do you like it going there? Nigga, I don't give a damn.
As long as I'm getting my education
in and out.
Listen, I wake up, I go to school, I park as close to my class as possible. I go in and I'm out. I don't talk to nobody. I don't do nothing extracurricular. I go in there, I get my grade, and I leave. So what's there to like? Like, I could be going to a school in the hood and I wouldn't even realize. I'm not talking to nobody. Like, I'm in and I'm out.
You're worried about one thing, and that's getting your degree.
If y'all not trying to do my work for me or something, then I'm not talking to nobody.
And for the teenagers, or like seniors who are getting into college, and you feel like maybe going to like a 4-year college will be like a distraction to you, a community college is something where, like, may just be like the best option for you, because it'll take away from those distractions regardless. It all depends on like how you like, focus in school and things.
Yeah, and sometimes it doesn't even have to be like a university or a community college. Like there's technical schools out there, like for people who like to do like aviation, people who like to do computer science, like people who like to do cosmetology. Like me, that was my biggest freaking thing. Like before I even thought about FIU, before anything, I was like, I'm gonna go to cosmetology school. I want to do hair. I want to do nails. I want to do this. I want to do that. And so there's a school, and it's called Aveda, and it's actually kind of like by like downtown Broward, kind of, sort of. And I literally like I went there my senior year, and I went with my mom, and I was like, I really want to go here. I really want to go there. I got a tour. Like they gave me a pamphlet. They took down my information to check for my financial aid. Like I was so excited because I really just wanted to do hair because I don't know why. And I went, and then I left. My mom was like, oh, you don't need to do that. You can just go to a technical school. Technical school, it's cheaper. You don't have to worry about this. You don't have to worry about that. And it's just like, she literally just like discouraged me to do it. And then I was just like, I don't even think I want to do this shit no more because like I was so sad. Like Nazareth, like I wanted to go to Aveda.
I actually remember this. I remember when you were telling me that you went and you did the tour and you did all this and you did all that.
And I wanted to
go because you wanted to go to Orlando to do it.
Exactly. And then I was just like, damn, bro. But then when I went, it was just like a lot different. And I'm the type of person like, I don't like to do too much because I don't want to just stand out there all day and just do somebody's hair or like do somebody's like, bitch, I want somebody to do that to me, like, you know. So after that, that's when I was just like, okay, like I don't know.
You realize like what.
Yeah, and it's just like it doesn't even have to be that. Like sometimes school isn't for everybody, and it's just like if you feel like, oh well, maybe it's not what I want to do.
Satisfy your parents
maybe
or things like
yeah,
that.
like just don't do it for other people. Do it because you want to. If you personally feel in your heart and in your soul like you go to school and it's just not for you and you're just not feeling it, like don't feel obligated and don't feel like you have to go to school because that's what society thinks. Don't feel obligated because that's what your parents want you to do. Like if you want to, like it's great, get an education, but sometimes there's cases where there's people who go to school, they're in school for a long time, they come out of school with like a degree and they end up working at like fucking Publix or something, and it's like it's not what they want to do, but it's just unfortunate because sometimes what you're studying up for is like they're either not hiring for positions at the moment, like you can't find a job. Like I see stuff like that all the time and it breaks my heart because it's like, damn, bro, like not to discourage anybody who's in school or anything like that, but it's like with these people, it's like they weren't thinking that they were going to put all this time and effort into going to school and then come out just to work like a regular job. Like, and you have all of these degrees under your belt. Yeah, and it's just like, now what? Like, what am I supposed to do?
In a sense, for me, like, I didn't necessarily want to go to school. Like, my parents were like, go to school, Selena. It's better for you. It's always like that plan B. You know, I understand where you want to go. Plan B, get on that. I'm just kidding. JK. But, JK as fuck. But,
really,
you know... But you know, like your parents are always gonna be like, "Oh, Plan B, go to school." You know, have that. Look, if I say Plan B one more time,
your parents gonna be like Plan B.
Yeah, but you know, just you like have like that background. Fuck, you guys made me lose my train of thought.
You got this.
You were saying your parents want you to go to school and have a Plan B.
So it's just like my parents were like, Selena, go to school because what you want to do may not necessarily like get you as far as you think without going to school. And just so that way you guys know, if you're not into school and depending on what you want to do in life, school is actually a great pathway to like, you know, use. Don't focus. School is definitely a great pathway because like, especially if you're getting into like the marketing and things like that, you want to be able to know further information, like deeper into what you want to do. And school kind of has that for you. You get to look into the books and see, you know, what exactly you may need to get further. Exactly. With what you want to do.
And then even sometimes it's like without going to school, it's like some people, you know, pursue other things that you want to do. Like if you want to pursue your hobbies, but it doesn't include going to school. If you want to pursue your dreams and your goals, like it doesn't necessarily have to be that. As long as like you really put your foot down and say, hey, if I'm not going to go to school and I'm not going to get like a full-blown education, I'm going to at least do something else. Like don't just say, I'm not going to go to school and sit at home and play video games all day and think that you're going to work at McDonald's. Like my nigga, you're not going to do shit with yourself.
Because if you have like a mindset as to like what you want to do in life and like you want to get there, try to get there. Don't just like settle for nothing. Like don't settle for nothing.
I tell you all the time, don't ever settle. Like I'm literally gonna get it tatted, bro. Like don't ever fucking do that because it's just like there's literally like what we were saying. There's literally alternatives. Like school, it does not have to be the only thing. Like sometimes people come out of school, like high school, or sometimes people start college and then they end up starting a family. Like, you know, like there's different things you don't necessarily like, right? Like not me. But it's just, I know so many people from high school, and it's just like now they have kids. Their kids are like 2-3 years old, and it's just like, wow, like that's the path that you decided to do.
But
like,
don't let having kids like stop you from doing what you want to do. If you've always felt like you want to go to school, and then you might have gotten pregnant in the process, that's not a problem. Like, you know, there's ways for you to work around that. Don't just,
and like
because
they
you
say,
had a kid,
it
put
takes
a stop
village
to
to raise a child, so you can use those around you to help. Use your sources, use your baby daddy, use whatever you need. Like, you know, have somebody watch your child and you go to school. And also don't pick up too much on your plate. Like, you can even take one class at a time to help yourself manage. And then some people may say, oh, I don't want to take one class, I'm not going to get anywhere. But at the same time, if you don't take one class, you're not getting anywhere where you possibly could be, you know? Like, you're taking a step back before even trying to take a step. Like, just taking that one class once a semester is going to get you closer to just sitting at home and watching Love and Hip Hop. Like,
oh, God.
Because Love and Hip Hop not going to teach you nothing but curse and fight.
Jocelyn is not going to help you in any kind of way.
Safari not either.
And then it's just like, and you have to also like look at what people say when they're older. Like, so a lot of people say, oh, I wish I can go back to school. I want to go back to school. I want to do this. I want to do that. So it's just like, if you have that, and if you're like in that boat where it's like, you know, like you have the opportunity, like don't throw it away. Like just
definitely do not throw it away. Just take that opportunity.
Who are just like older people, like always want to say like, well, I want to go back to school. Like, don't waste the time that you have if you already investing it in school, because
school costs a lot of money, especially if you're paying out of pocket
and time.
Like, you definitely don't want to put that to waste. Definitely go
Those
for
are things
what
you can't get back, money and time. And then school really isn't for anybody. So we're sitting here talking about school, and this may be completely irrelevant to you because, like the girls mentioned earlier, everybody has different talents. Like everybody, God gave everybody on this earth a talent. Some people, their talent requires school. Like, school isn't for everybody, but who is school for?
Exactly.
Those people who
dedicate.
you want to help the world and you want to do it in the medical field. You really can't be in the medical field without a degree, whichever way you want to put it. So those are the people that school is for. Those people who want to like broaden their horizons. You want to get into business. Facts. You want to do whatever it is. Because there's certain jobs that people's passions are when they have to go to school for. Like, you want to be a doctor, you want to be a nurse, you have to go to a pharmacist. You have to go to school first. And then it's crazy because, as you were saying, Selena, when you said your parents would tell you to go to school,
they will force me to school. I'm just like, bro, I'm not for school. I don't like school.
For like a plan B or a backup. Everything changes. Like, right now, you may not need this degree to get into whatever job it is or whatever. But like, for example, a few years back, you could be a doctor in physical therapy or whatever it is with a master's degree. And now the requirement is you have to have your doctorates. So it's like, look how that changed. So right now in 2016, you may not need a degree to do something, but in 5 years from now, 2000 whatever, you're going to need one. So you're just going to be like, shit, now I got to go back and change my whole life around. But if you start from now and do the baby steps and do one class a semester or do whatever it takes, by the time it gets to that point, you're going to meet the requirements. You're going to be ahead of the game, making money and doing everything that you need to do.
That's exactly how it is. Like, the perfect example, I work with this girl. Her name is Katie. Shout out to you. I know you listen. She got her degree, like 4 years. She went to college for 4 years straight. She didn't go to school at all, but she was just doing straight online classes, and she just previously graduated for pre-med. And she's always had her mind set on getting into medical school and doing all that. So it all depends on what kind of like mindset you lead, like, you get into college with, because once you leave college, it's like, okay, now what? Like, there's always different degrees that you can work for, and and
it gives you the time. Like I said, like, I only go out of school 2 days out of the week, so I still have my time to have my job. I still have my time to do all my Fave 3 stuff, and I like it that way because I'm the type of person, if I were to go to school 4 days out of the week and then work 6 days a week, I'm gonna lose my damn mind. Like, I can't control all that at once.
Work full-time and Fave 3 full-time.
Exactly. And the thing is, I know that, so I'm not gonna bite off too much that I can chew because I'm setting myself up for failure. Like, I'm taking the baby steps that I need to take, and I'm putting how much on my plate that I can handle, because it's like, I know that this is how much.
Greatly said, bro. Greatly said.
Coming from Scholar herself.
Exactly. So pretty much, guys, moral of the story is, you know, if you're gonna do it, if not, just don't be a bum. Just don't sit at home doing nothing. Like, pursue something, you know, and make the best out of the time that you have there. Make the best out of your life, because, you know, you're not just gonna say, okay, I'm going to go to school for 2 years and then not do anything with all the knowledge that I just learned. If not, like, you know, if, like we said, college is not for everybody, just make the best out of it. If you get to go to a good school, you get to go to university, you get to experience that college life, then go out, do it, get all the experience that you can, because you're only young once, and you're only going to be in your host stage and your lit stage once, and it's acceptable. And also, it's nothing wrong with, like we said, going to community colleges, just getting in, getting out, getting your fucking knowledge, technical school. And in high school, back to that really quickly, do well in high school. Please, please, please participate in every single thing, clubs, activities, anything, because that's my biggest regret in high school. Like, I always wanted to be a cheerleader. I waited to my senior year to do it, and I loved it, and I just was so mad at myself because I never did it. So if there's anything that you guys want to do, don't feel like you can't do it because of other people's opinions or anything like that. Like, literally just live high school, because you're going to miss high school so much when it's gone.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And mainly just focus on what you want to do in life. Don't try to, like, have those distractions or nothing. Just focus on you and where you want to go.
Facts.
I have a few things to say before we dismiss. So, if you don't do good in high school, because I wasn't the biggest scholar in high school. I did what I needed to get by in high school, and I passed. Like, I didn't pass with flying colors. I wasn't that person who crossed the stage with 19 freaking lanyards and gold strings and shit.
And GPA was 6.0.
Right, I had a few. But, like, you know, like Sade said, I did join, like, a club and all that, but I did it at the end. But I still passed. And I was actually having this conversation with my boss, Luke, if you ever listen. But we were having...
Fuck Luke. I don't work at Health Rehab no more.
Well, I do, and I still love Luke.
I love you too, Luke.
Me and Luke were having a conversation, and he was saying that he was just like me. Like, he didn't do the best in high school, and you would never think, because now he seems so prestige and like, nah. But anyways.
Fraud.
That, right? Bro, that's what I was thinking. But the thing about it is... college is a chance to start over. Like, that's how I see it. If you didn't do good in high school, as long as you passed, as long as you got your diploma, shout out to you. Big up yourself for that if you did graduate in 2016, because it's not hard. I mean, easy. But anyway, college is a chance to start over, because you just do everything over. You pick your classes over, and you don't have to live that.
You start with a brand new GPA.
Exactly.
That sounds like the best part of college.
You get to start over. And
GPA
then another great part about college, which I learned, I want to pass this on to you guys. If you're failing a class, right, and you see you failing the class, and the class is coming to an end, and you see 9 times out of 10 you're not going to pass this class, you better drop it faster than you drop your
that throat
or that neck.
You better drop it faster than motherfucking Black Friday sales, bitch. Like, you really just clear it. Like, just drop it with a W instead of getting an F. Like, you can't do that in high school. You got to take your F. You got to fail like a man in high school. So, you see, they working with you. And then to the other half of what we spoke about in this podcast about school not being for you, this was a school-based podcast, but this podcast also can open your eyes to realize that school is not for you. You could be wanting to do something like open a pool service, start your own car wash, all those kind of things. If you don't feel like you need school for all that, you want to be a rapper, go ahead and do it. But don't be a rapper just because you're trying to take the easy way out and you like, oh, I know I don't need school to rap, but you can't rap. Exactly. You know, something's got to give. Like, something has got to give. So you can do other things. We're not saying school is the only way, but it is one way. So it is an option. And, you know, use your options that God gave you.
Facts. And just be great.
Be great.
Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. And always remember, we'll give it to you raw.
With a degree or without.
Facts. 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 Facts.